The first step in the water damage restoration process is to mitigate the damage and minimize future costs. A professional will use specialized equipment and personal protective clothing to clean the area and remove any damaged materials. They will also dispose of any materials they remove during the cleaning phase. After the water removal phase is complete, a professional will restore the home to its pre-damaged state. The work will involve replacing or repairing any damaged materials. The next step in the water damage restoration process is to remove all of the water from the property. This may involve using a brush or an electric pump. Porous materials, such as drywall and insulation, are especially vulnerable to mold and mildew growth. Therefore, it is imperative to completely remove all water. Ultimately, the goal of the water damage restoration is to save as much of the house as possible. This may take days or weeks depending on the extent of the damage. Once the water removal has been completed, the next step is to clean the property and salvaged belongings. In some cases, the salvaged items are damaged beyond repair. This is when the professional water damage restoration process comes in. The first step is to inspect the damages using moisture detection instruments. This will help determine how extensive the damage is and whether it can be repaired or rebuilt. The next step is to classify the types of damage. There are 4 categories of water damage: Class 1, Class 2, and Class 4. The damage level is determined based on its extent and its location. The next step in water damage restoration is drying the affected area. This is a lengthy and noisy process that will require the assistance of a professional. If there is no power, it is best to notify the damage restoration company immediately. During the drying process, the restoration crew will check the status of the drying process. It is important to note that water can cause power loss in the area. After the water removal, the restoration crew will move on to the next step in the water damage restoration process. Once the water removal is complete, the next step is to dry the entire area completely. This is crucial to prevent the growth of mold and other contaminants. Proper drying will require several weeks to complete. A dehumidifier can reduce the amount of moisture in the air and help the drying process. An air scrubber will also remove the water-damaged particles and other moisture from the air. These steps will ensure that your home is as dry as it can be. The first step in the water damage restoration process is to stop the leak. The next step is to contact a water damage restoration professional so that the work can proceed as quickly as possible. A qualified professional will ensure that the water is removed from all affected areas, and that no structural damages are left behind. During the water damage restoration process, the removal of the water begins with a thorough assessment of the area's contents. The next step in the water damage restoration process is to clean the property. A professional will use ozone machines to clear the air, and thermal foggers to remove the remaining moisture. While a water damage restoration company will not be able to clean every area, they will do their best to restore your property as quickly as possible. After assessing the damage, a professional will create a customized plan that will help your home be ready for a new life. The next step in water damage restoration involves the removal of damaged materials. The first step in DIY water damage restoration involves removing any materials that have been damaged. This includes carpeting and upholstery. In addition, it is important to document the condition of the home so that the insurance company can process the claim. If you have a serious water damage problem, you should contact a professional as soon as possible. They will help you assess the damage and provide a plan that is best suited for you.